Addiction, the term which scares everyone as it is often portrayed negatively. Humans all over the world are addicted to something or the other, be it a positive addiction or a negative addiction. In society, we often see the term addiction as a negative word as it is primarily associated with products that are harmful for the society. In simple words, addiction is when you can't stop doing something, even though it's hurting you or others. It could be the usage of harmful substances like drinks or other things that feel good at first but can become a problem in the long run. It's like your brain gets stuck wanting more and more, even when it's causing problems in your life. Now, let's understand how the body gets used to a substance and how a person becomes addicted to something. When a substance is continuously consumed by a person, the brain gets used to handling the item in the body, which is commonly known as the tolerance phase. Later, the brain singles out a need for more of that substance as it helps the body feel good in some way or the other, like to cope with stress. This cycle repeats, and we might need bigger doses to feel the effects, leading to addiction. When a person tries to stop, they can feel really bad, both physically and mentally, as the brain receives less satisfaction than what it was getting after using the substance, which makes it hard to quit. After a point, the body becomes dependent on the substance and needs it to function properly. This further makes the person suffer and lose control over their decision-making process, and they start to take risks in order to continue using the substance. If the person for a time stops using the substance, their body enters a stage of disequilibrium. As a result, their body starts to crave for the substance, which affects the behavior and thought process. So, addiction is like a pattern where our brains and bodies get hooked on something, and it's tough to break free. Addiction is a tough problem to deal with because it's not just about saying no to something. It's a complicated issue that affects the way our brains work. When someone becomes addicted to a substance or any game which promises to give them financial literacy, their brain gets stuck in a cycle of wanting more and more, even when it's causing problems in their life. Like there are various online sites and games which can multiply people's investments, and famous celebrities promoting it could make it addictive for the community. One of the reasons addiction is so hard to treat is because of the changes that happen in the brain. Using addictive things can mess up the brain's reward system. This system is responsible for making us feel good when we do things like eat food or spend time with friends. But when someone gets addicted, their brain starts to rely on the substance or behavior to feel good. This means they crave it more and more, and it becomes really hard for them to stop. Another thing that makes treating addiction tough is that it often goes hand in hand with other issues. For example, someone might turn to drinking or taking harmful substances to cope with stress, anxiety, or past traumas. These underlying problems can make it even harder to break free from addiction because they need to be addressed too. On top of that, there's a lot of stigma around addiction, which can make it really hard for people to get help. Stigma means that people might look down on or judge someone who's struggling with addiction. This can make the person feel ashamed or scared to reach out for support. Access to good treatment can also be a big challenge. Not everyone has access to healthcare or counseling services, especially if they don't have a lot of money or live in a remote area. Even if treatment is available, it might not be the right fit for everyone, which can make it tough to get the help they need. Despite all these challenges, many people are able to overcome addiction with the right support and treatment. It's a tough journey, and there might be setbacks along the way, but recovery is possible. It's important for people to have compassion and understanding for those struggling with addiction and to support them on their journey to recovery. With the right help and support, people can build healthier, happier lives free from the grip of addiction. In short, addiction is tough to treat because it involves changes in the brain's reward system, making it hard to control cravings and impulses. It's often linked to other issues like stress or trauma, and stigma and limited access to treatment can make recovery challenging. Despite these obstacles, recovery is possible with the right support and understanding. By addressing underlying factors and providing comprehensive care, we can help individuals overcome addiction and reclaim their lives, and in the coming generations, promote the famous saying, "It is better to not start than to quit." That was it for today's video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more interesting videos like this one. Also, share it with your friends who you think this would help. Thanks a lot for watching.